morning, good evening. Welcome to this week's Fiverific live craft and chat, where we craft and chat live. As you can see, we've decked it out a little bit Christmas. I've just realized we're not quite straight there. Let me just see if I can fix that. Can I fix that? Nope. There we go. No. That'll do. I won't fiddle too much. Christmas is coming up. We are in December. We are coming up to the ending bits of the year. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was Christmas craft, as we do at this time of the year every year. And I would really love to know, and I probably should set a poll for this, so I might even do that. But if you are planning Christmas craft, do you feel like you're on target time-wise? Now, I just also had a thought, so I just want to change handle on YouTube. So I'm just going to grab some instructions for something as well. Got caps lock on driving. So the other thing you'll notice is you're no longer your names in the chat. You are now your channel handle. And those of you that like, but I don't have a YouTube channel, whenever you create a YouTube account, you technically get a YouTube channel. You just don't use it. And I'm just going to get you the instructions on how to change your YouTube handle. So here we go. It's very, very easy to do. YouTube automatically gave everybody a handle sort of close to their display names, and always through numbers in the end. So you can probably go in, follow these instructions, which are really super simple, and you might be able to take the numbers off the end. So definitely look into that. But and I'll mention that again, But I really want to know, do you feel like you're on target for your Christmas craft? Now this year, I started early with my Christmas craft. Obviously I haven't been able to talk about it or share it because it's gifts, and it's done. So all the Christmas projects are done and tucked away. I may think about doing an extra thing, but nothing that's a gift that has a time like that needs to be given like on Christmas Day or something like that. That's all done. I didn't need that extra stress, and I got most of that done a bit earlier in the year. I kind of thought about it and planned it out a bit early. I know, I hope you're all sitting down for that, because that is shocking. So yeah, it's definitely a bit crazy. So yeah, so let me know in the chat if you're still going. Obviously, keep what you're working on quiet. We don't want to be giving away anything in the chat here, but we also want to support you and make you not feel like you're out there by yourself, because I'm seriously considering making a couple of little decorations just for us, which I have not done this year. So usually at this time of the year, I'm working with doing the Arna and Carlos stocking knit along, which I am not doing this year. And I've usually got like some big projects that I want to work on, like aside from the YouTube stuff. But like last year I gave like 5 blankets for Christmas and only one of them was made. So this time last year I was just like working like a train to get blankets out, and I didn't want to do that again this year. So I kind of thought about it and planned it and did it a bit earlier. I also did a little bit less. Like I did not do like 5 blankets quantity of projects. But yeah, so I really had to sort of think about it and work out, like, you know, is the time, like, let's be realistic with time. So for those of you just jumping in, YouTube have now officially transferred over in live streams. You use your channel handle. You no longer get to use your display name for your live streams. So I've popped in the instructions on how to change your channel handle. YouTube, in their wisdom, didn't just go, oh, like Fiberific, you just want to be Fiberific because that's your custom URL and everything else. No, we're going to give you Fiberific 7746. So I had to go in and see if I could have it without the numbers. So the thing with the handles are, they are unique. They're unique usernames. No one else can have it. And it was a security thing YouTube decided to do. Now we're really hoping that down the track that means that whatever restrictions YouTube had on tagging people when you're on mobile, like actually typing at in a little box coming up and you being able to choose the person, really hoping that comes to mobile, but you know, that could be a pipe dream. So let's have a look in here. Good morning, Bianca. Bianca was first cab off the rank today, jumping in nice and early. Then Kerry Randall's jumped in. Hey, Kerry, good to see you as well. Knitspin Girl Creations is here. Russell is in the house. Hey, Russell, it's great to see you. Finished outside decorating yesterday. 1,500 lights. Finished the tree today, over 300 ornaments. That's a lot. We did our tree yesterday, and Abby has done all the outside lights. I couldn't tell you how many lights we have. What I can tell you is all of our lights are solar lights. So yeah, definitely really just, you know, didn't want to connect anything to the main grid, so everything's solar lights. So and we're loving it. She's just been out there just adding and adding. We've probably got more lights now than we've ever had in the past, and she's just like, you know what, there's a dark spot there, I'm going to go and get some more lights and add light there. And so yeah, and the advantage being in Australia, Christmas is in summer, solar lights make sense, and I understand that's not the case everywhere. Leanne's craft room is in the house. Hello, Leanne, good to see you. Kerry said that she'd not had a good health year, so she's dropped all her self-imposed deadlines for projects. I do not gift knit. Fair enough. Fair enough. Good morning, Mrs. D. So, Deb, how are you going? Happy birthday for yesterday. I just had to think about what day is it? Today is Thursday. It's all good. It's all right. Yesterday I was convinced it was Monday, but it was not. It was Wednesday. And Bianca in here again. So I don't have any Christmas projects on the go now. They are all done. But I'm still working on our blanket, you know, the one with the circles. And what I wanted to say is I just before the live stream, I thought, oh, I'll quickly pull the middle on this one. And I thought, yarn bath, that's awful. And then I've realized, hang on a second, there's two ends hanging out of this middle bit of yarn bath. And we found a whole extra yarn bath baby. So I'm going to see how far through the project we can get. With that, I have adjusted the lighting in here so my Christmas lights can stand out a little bit better. So if it's a bit too dark, let me know. I also have a little bit of Christmas music going in the background, or sort of seasonal music in the background. Let me know if you can hear it. If you can't hear it, I do want it to be very quiet, but I do want you to be able to hear it. And I can see that it's on, but I don't know the mix. You have to tell me. Russell says that having company for games and meals at my Christmas project, and you've got BBD live next week. Wow, that is a big one. Oh, you can't hear the music. Okay, let me just. I really wanted to sort of, you know, err on the side of caution. All right, I'll leave it there for a minute, and you guys can tell me if you can hear it. Still can't hear it? How's that? I just pumped it just a little bit more. Oh, you can hear it now? Okay, because that's the thing. I want it to be. Russell says sounds like a radar banging. Because I want you to be able to hear it, but it's also not a, you know, it's not a productivity stream where we just crank it and just, you know, I just want it to, you know, get that balance right. So thank you for bearing with. Let's have a look how we got this one. So, oh, keyboard's right in the middle of it because I pulled it forward. Oh, this little light keeps moving. I don't know what your little problem is. Why aren't you tight? Anyway, here we are. Here we are working away. So yeah, I just wanted a little bit of a bit of sound. And because I've got the do you call it? The headphone volume set quite loud, so I can actually just hear it out of the headphones, even though they're hanging over there. Okay, I want to wrap the little tail around a couple of times. I really struggle with this, you know, and I love it once I've done it, but I struggle with the whole wrapping the tail around the circle thing. So I get the advantages of a magic loop with the surety of a, you know, surety of a chain start. Alrighty, first stitch is in. That's always the hardest one. Let's have a look here. Hey Amelia Nicole, how are you going? Great to see you in the chat. Vampire is here as well. Knit Spin Girl says, I'm trying to get my Attic 24 Sweet Pea blanket done before the cow starts next month. Look, I was so tempted to grab the kit and do that one as well, but right now, aside from the yarn I bought for this and the extra yarn I bought at the same time because it was just too beautiful and I couldn't not, I'm actually trying really hard to just, I'm actually going through my stash, so everything's pulled, not everything, but there's a lot pulled out right now and everything's a bit of a mess. I picked a really bad time of the year to pull out stuff out of the storage to sort it. It's just like, oh look, I don't actually have a million other things I need to be doing. Let's do this instead. So yeah, bit dumb, but that's what I'm doing. So I'm not I don't want to get another kit in the house if I can avoid it. I've got a pile of garment quantities of things and I really just wanted to start making some of those garments and get them done. So that the yarn can technically move out of my craft room and into my bedroom, into my wardrobe. You know, I'm actually gonna pop the fan on. So sorry if it's a bit loud, but it's while it's actually seasonably cool at the moment, it's when I don't have all the, like when I'm not out in the living room where all the windows are, it gets a bit stuffy and still. So that's actually really loud for me anyway. I'm just gonna drop it down a notch. So this camera tilting is bugging me. Am I pulling on the cord? Cord's not being pulled on. It's just, I think it's just come loose on the, yeah, it's come loose out of the hand, except I can't seem to tighten it anymore. You know how sometimes it's just like, well, that screw is dead. I think we're just there. I think I might just need to look into that for other reasons. Just bring this back down here. Okay. Hey Chintami, it's great to see you. Speaking of seeing Chintami in the chat, it reminds me today is Caffeinated Crafters. So if you are in the southeast corner of Queensland, we will be meeting up at IKEA at Logan starting from 6 p.m. Everyone is welcome because it is a public venue. We'll just be hanging out in the food court, taking up some space there, having IKEA food and sitting there and crafting and using their good light. So you're more than welcome to come and join and hang out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14. I need 2 more. And oh, what have I done? I split something. Try again. Try again. 15 and okie dokie. Join on. You know when you're like, okay, what's the next step in the project? And then you realize you haven't opened the pattern. Russell says, here IKEA sells homes good and furniture. Is it the same? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's the same store. So, you know, I'm talking about like IKEA meatballs and stuff like that in their food court. But yeah, it's like the full big warehouse, rabbit warren. You got to follow the way out, go and get the shelving, the Kallax cubes, What's this called? Coastal. There it is. Look at that. I've jumped into it so much that my browser was just like, yeah, oh, you want this pattern? Okay. Da, 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 da. Oh, which size am I doing? Wait, do I need 18 instead of 16? I've got a feeling. Well, I've tried to make it sort of just seasonal music. It's not like traditional Christmassy. It's not like proper Christmas carols. It's the copyright free versions of everything. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I need 18 of the things, not 16 of the things. I'm glad I opened up the pattern to check. Luckily, because that would have been really annoying further down the project, and I'm like, why doesn't this match all the others? Okay, so I just needed to get into the swing of the project. All right, so I need, like, what are you all working on? Have you got Christmas projects on the go? Are you working on something else? Like, let me know in the chat. Now, I haven't done any of these hexy puffs, hexy inner circle, inner bits since the last live stream. I was working on something else. Actually, would you like to see the other thing I'm working on? Do you remember how I was working on the crochet top in all the minis and stuff, and then we realized I wasn't gonna have enough yarn? Well, I found something that I had enough yarn in, and I restarted it, and it's looking real cute. Freaky Geek is working on the sleeve of a sweater. That is awesome, Freaky Geek. Holly is here. Hey Holly, how are you going? Good to see you in the chat. I'm just going to drop it back to dark mode some things because it's a very bright white website in the background there. And I just needed the refresher of the pattern. I've done it, you know, 30 times now. You think I'd have it memorized. We're getting a fair bit done with this inner yarn baby. So this here, when I pulled the middle out of the ball, this was all sort of wrapped up in it, and I realized I had two ends, and realized, wait, what's going on here? And realized that I had a yarn bath baby. So we're using up the yarn bath baby first. Let's have a look here. Oh, Siobhan is there. That is awesome. Great to see you as well. Bianca is making yet another swatch with her silk. That is awesome. Now I'm just dropping the link in again. If for those of you that may have noticed, we now use the @ handles in the live streams now. That is a permanent change from YouTube. They have finished testing. It is a thing now. So if you don't like that you've got the numbers after your name and you want to see if you can get rid of them, you can give it a whirl, because Fibrific had numbers after it, and I was able to remove all the numbers on Fibrific, and Chantel Hills on my other channel. It had numbers too, so got rid of those. And it's not difficult. It's just a case of following a couple of steps. Let's have a look here. I'm making, amongst other things, the Onu hat and scarf set. Nice. Vampire says, I was going to work more on the star cocoon for the grandbaby, but can't seem to find the motivation to pick it up today. Yeah, sometimes, like, you know, sometimes it gets a bit like that. You just need a moment. Are you able to craft on anything? Like, is it just the cocoon that's not inspiring you to work on it, or is it just yarn crafting in general? Because, you know, we all hit the wall every now and again and lose our crojo and our crafting mojos. So it happens at times, especially because you guys were pumping hard to get all the baby stuff done in time for the new Bubba to be born. You know, you might just be a little crafty burnt out. Now let me just double check I've got the right number here. I don't believe I do. Let me, oh no, wait a second. I didn't count that one at the start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 12, 13, 18. I do have enough. Little heart attack. Little one. Nothing too major. Just a bit of a like a, oh wait, what now? This is day 2 of no crafting at all. Yeah, no, you know what? Sometimes you just need the little break. Are you getting, like, are you able to do something else so you're not thinking about the fact that you're just not crafting? Because sometimes I end up like focusing on on that, like, oh man, what's wrong? I can't seem to get the motivation to craft. Oh no, like I just need to craft. If I just pick up something and just craft, I'll be fine, you know, and really focus hard on it, which doesn't help me at all. Whereas other times I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go and do this other thing for a while that's not craft. And then, you know, maybe when I come back, I'll feel up for it again. So, yeah, you know, like sometimes you just need to step away, and you were cranking hard. Molly says, I'm knitting another field sweater, but as a tee for a friend. Oh, I like that. That sounds great. IKEA is super fun. IKEA can absolutely be super fun. While I'm there, can somebody please remind me I need to pick up 2 more packets of those curtains because they have been a treat. Last time I was there, I picked up, they had some curtains that I really liked on sale. And I was like, they're a risk because it's a room where I normally use blackout curtains. And the last lot of curtains, they were bad. They were just awful. I couldn't launder them. And so you know, like, I just really didn't want that to be the case again. And so I wanted something that I absolutely could just throw in the washing machine. It didn't have to be blackout, but I really did want it to cut some glare. And, you know, not ugly. And sort of work with the room that we've got, which is like a blue linoleum, or it might be vinyl. I don't know. It's old. It's probably linoleum with a sort of an off-white wall, like a creamy off-white wall, and like lots of timber furniture. And so then we found this green curtain, and I really just loved how it looked. So we need more of them because Tim wants some for his office, and because they aren't technically blackout curtains or blockout curtains, we tested one of the windows with an extra curtain in it just so we could bunch them up a bit more, and that's fantastic. So we want an extra packet so we can add an extra curtain onto another window, as well as give Tim's window 3 curtains. And they're cheap, you know, like in the scheme of curtain land, they're cheap, right? You know, I don't want to spend thousands of dollars on curtains. And I have one room that's like this biggish room, and in that one room, it's like a massive double glass sliding door and 2 massive glass windows, and they're not quite floor to ceiling. They're like got that little bit at the bottom, but then they're all the way to the top. Long open windows that let in a lot of light, and which is great in winter. I love it in winter. Not so much in summer. um, Bampi says, I usually craft daily to keep my anxiety in check. When I can't, I usually focus on computer games or yard work. I'm just too hot today to do anything. Yeah, I get that. I get that. There's no computer game you could play, or you don't want to put a Christmas movie on? I watched a Christmas movie last night. We had the Christmas tree on with the Christmas lights. Put a Christmas movie on. My husband's like, haven't we seen this one? And I just looked at him and went, okay, yep. We know it's a good one then. We know it's a good one. He just backed right up. Abby bought herself the Ninja Slushie, and there have been many a slushie happening at our house. Many an interesting test. So this morning already, she decided to trial a recipe that she saw that was supposed to be like the McDonald's shakes. So we've had strawberry shakes here this morning. Very nice. I would say different, a bit different, not as creamy, which is not at all surprising considering McDonald's shakes use a lot more ice cream, and the slushy machines, you don't put ice cream into them. However, freaking good. Like, just good. Like, so nice. Very happy to be a test guinea pig on that one. So yeah. So it's been a lot of fun being Abby's test guinea pig. We did try spiced ginger beer in it. We didn't like the spiced ginger beer as a slushie as much as we like spiced ginger beer as a drink. So the things that, oh, what am I doing there? I botched that up. Try again. Hang on, this one's a bit janky because I'm changing yarns right there. And so I've got to pull that in and pull that one in. Alrighty. That should be good. That's my plan for Christmas Eve. Watch the #1 best Christmas movie ever produced. All right, come on. Put it in the chat. You got to tell us what you think is the best #1 Christmas movie ever produced, because I got a feeling there may be some disagreement. Yeah. There might be varying opinions on what the #1 top best Christmas movie in the history of humankind. Die Hard. I'm with you on that one. I love Die Hard as a Christmas movie. I'm also like, I'm a big Bruce Willis fan. You know what I mean? Like, I love his movies. So I thought you were going to go for like It's a Wonderful Life or something like that. And I'm just like, man, nope, I don't agree. I don't know if Die Hard's I don't know if I have an all-time best Christmas movie in the history of humankind kind of thing, but I really do enjoy the Die Hard movies. So yeah, I'm okay with that one. And we've got our last row on here of this with the big, what are they calling these? They are clusters? Yeah, I think these are clusters. I don't know. And we may actually make it through the yarn bath. So that would be cool. Oh, interesting, fun news, everybody. Just to share. But Fiberific has hit 7,000 subscribers this week. Well, I think it was yesterday. And you know, when you're like, oh yeah, we're not going to get there before Christmas. It's not going to happen, blah, blah, blah. It happened, and I'm so chuffed. So thank you to all of you over the years who have subscribed to the channel, and those of you that come in and hang out every single week in the live streams. And channel members as well. Thank you all so much for supporting me on this journey for such a long time and helping us get to, well, because I consider it as an us, helping us all get to the 7,000 subscriber mark. I really appreciate that. yeah, I don't even know what to say, like, other than thank you. Ink Journey Nikki is in the house. Great to see you. Great to see you. I thought I saw another name, someone come in before. Let me just double check I haven't missed anybody. Dee says that, sorry, Deb, not Dee. Deb says that she is working on, where did it go? Oh, here it is. It just jumped up. Deb says that she's watching us on the TV and working on the last bit of her crochet lantern. That lantern is gorgeous. Absolutely. Oh, there we go. Bambi7474. Great to see you in the chat as well. How did you know it was going to be Die Hard? Die Hard on Christmas morning has been our family tradition since the kids were born. I love it. Thank you, Russell. Great. Thank you. And It's Been Girls as well, and Holly. Jodie Kingsley, great to see you. Thanks for jumping in and joining the chat. Kerry's off. Congratulations. Off to work. Oh, an Ink Journey Nikki is currently nail binding a shrug right now. That is awesome. That is so good. Now, I'm just going to drop this link in, and I'm probably going to drop it in a few more times. So this link is some instructions from YouTube or from Google in how to change your handle. And your handle is the name that you see here in the live chat. It is a unique username that YouTube now uses in our live streams. So when YouTube issued everybody the handles, everyone's had numbers. There's a good chance you're going to be able to go in and remove the numbers off the back end of your name if you want to. You don't have to, but this gives you, it's just like a 2 or 3 step thing to just get it in and change that if you want to change that. But you don't have to, but just know that if you want to, you can. Because YouTube has now finished testing channel handles in the live streams rather than display names. And they are now, all live streams, you'll notice that your channel handle is what is being shown. One of my friends has an advent calendar of the Nakatori Tower, Hans Gruber slowly falling down each day. Freaky says, I've seen numbers after some names, but never on my own. Are there numbers I don't see? No, Freaky, you must have been one of the rare birds who didn't get any numbers after their name. Fiberific even had numbers. I had to go in and remove numbers off Fiberific. So if you didn't have the numbers, that is awesome. That just made your life like a little process easier. Nikki's just started working on the cuffs. Very nice. I'm working on the Coastal Bluff Hexi blanket. Hexi blanket, I think. So, Knitspin Girl says she didn't have numbers either. That is awesome. Yeah, so because I went in and did mine the second they issued us handles. Maybe there was somebody else who had Fiberific, and it was just the first one to go in and remove the numbers got the actual thing. So, you know. Extra special, the Holly Alderson doesn't have numbers. No, good. No, what you see on your screen is what you have. So if you don't see numbers, it means you don't have the numbers. But if you do have the numbers or you want to change it, you can go in and do that. But the thing to remember is that if you are a creator, if you're on YouTube and you change your channel handle, it will change the URL to your YouTube channel. So if you've given it out or if it's on business cards or something like that, it doesn't redirect to the new handle. So, but if you're just someone who views YouTube and just watches YouTube, what am I doing here? I don't know. I'm good. I thought I was spiraling and I'd gone too far and was wrapping it around again, but no, it's fine. But yeah, so if you're just someone who watches YouTube and doesn't post videos and share links of your YouTube channel, then you don't have to worry about that. It's totally a non-issue. Another favorite for Russell is A Christmas Carol. Nice. And it's been girl says, it's possible I removed the numbers when I first set up my YouTube channel years ago. So, when they rolled out handles, you could go in and change it back then, which was some time ago. I don't know exactly how long ago they first initiated handles, but yeah, I'm not entirely certain. Yeah, Russell has his, so that's good. And I've got mine. The second they announced the handles and that we could change them, I jumped in and checked mine and changed it to what I wanted. But that was some time ago now. Oh, there you go. I changed my numbers so that my handle matches. Oh, that's cool. So it now matches all your other game handles. So that's very cool. So you've got intentional numbers. That is fun. And that's the thing. You might like the numbers at the end of your name. And I'm just like, you know, just harping on about it. And you're like, but I like these numbers. I put them here. These are my numbers. Alrighty. I think we're nearly through all the yarn bar from the center of this ball. We are. I can feel it. I'm tugging on something. Where are you coming from? There we go. Yay! It only took nearly an entire motif to do it, but we got there. We got there. You know, this might be why this particular skein was extra heavy. I was hoping that we would get a couple, like at least an extra motif out of this one, but maybe we won't. Maybe we will. So glad you're on because my day is shuffled around. Have to collect a prize, but without my kid. But her secret Santa was forgotten. Such drama. Oh my gosh. That sounds like it. Well, I'm glad that I'm here as well. I'm glad that I'm here as well. I know I missed last week. But glad to be back this week. Now, it's a funny thing my daughter actually mentioned was she just says to me, Mum, you know Christmas is on Thursday this year? I was like, yes, I do. She goes, are you going to be live streaming? I was like, no, I'm not. And she was like, but why not, Mum? But why not? There'll be people in America who it's Christmas Eve and they might like a live stream on. I'm like, yes, but there's also people in Australia and me where it's actually Christmas Day already. There we go. We got that one. So no live stream on that day. Okay. Just so everyone knows, we're on the same page. No live stream on that day. I know. I'm not hardcore enough. But we will have family over. And I need to cook for them all. So I will be doing other things. Now, sitting at school with the nail bindy instead of getting a prize. Oh, Russell, I forgot my water bottles. I know. I was so busy running around. I lost the hook for this project and I was like, where is it? So I was off doing that and I actually totally forgot to go and get water bottles today. So I have no hydration station, which is dumb. I'm aware. New Year's will also be on a Thursday. I can live stream on a New Year's Day. That doesn't bother me. Christmas Day, we do stuff as a family. New Year's Day, usually my husband has to work New Year's Day, so we don't tend to do anything. Do I have a weaving needle? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Wonder if Abby would grab me a water. She might. Let's send her a message. Dear Abby. All right, let's see. I think I clicked the wrong thing. Oops. Okay. All right, I've sent it. Let's see what happens. Maybe nothing will happen. Maybe something will happen, but we won't know until it does. Let's have a look here. John's just sent me a picture of his dinner. Good job, John. I'm like, my lunch looks lame now. That looks amazing. Might want to yeah, no, that is on the checklist. I just didn't use the checklist today like a total noob. I was running around like a headless chicken. I was too busy trying to make pretty lights, okay? Like priorities. I thought I did pretty well with the pretty lights. John says I'm going to be late. I have an appointment with a taco. I know, like on this shot, you can't see the pretty lights. So here we go, look. Pretty lights. All the pretty lights. All of the lights. Did you get my message? I sent you a message saying, could you pretty please make me a Yeti chug cap bottle with water in it? She said no, but she's also walking to the kitchen. So yeah, so there we go. There's our Christmassy lights. There's our Christmassy lights. Back to the other shot. Of what we're actually doing, which is my sanity saver for when it's time to join all these together, that all the ends will already be done. And there's this one had an additional join. What is that? She made me a baby one. I'll take it. Thank you, honey. I did not specify. All I said was Yeti with a chug cap, which she did. But she's put it in one of my coffee cups. That's hilarious. That's one of the things I love about Yeti. A lot of their lids are interchangeable. Get in there, get in there. Yeah, World of Wool is a thing. It is a yarn store. But I believe, yeah, Vampire was talking about Warcraft. Got the lights going. Thanks, Amelia. Uh-oh, Russell's sending me pictures now. Let me look. I can. Abby bought herself a new Yeti. It has her name on him.
It's a cup.
And it's a cup with like the push-in lid, like the coffee cups like I have. But on the back, she also got the boot with the flowers. How beautiful is that? So gorgeous. And it's such a pretty yellow. She loves it. Russell has his latest Christmas craft, his tree, which looks gorgeous. Love that deep blue. Gorgeous work. We do tend to do like a theme on our trees. Like we have all our meaningful ornaments, right? All the ones that we've either made ourselves or were gifts or, you know, came from someone special, something like that. Those ones go on first. It doesn't matter what the tree theme is. They're all going on. And then after that, we're like, okay, what color theme are we going? So we've got, this year we went red and silver mostly, I think. Red and silver. So we've got the red and silver tinsel and then lots of red and silver ornaments. So, yes. But outside decorating is done, Christmas tree is done. Now we just need to do the inside decorating, which, you know, we'll get to. We'll get to, and we're pretty low key when it comes to the inside decorating. Like a bit of tinsel around, sort of thing. That's about it. And then that one can stay there. I'll trim those ones off once I've joined them all together. So into the stack and on to the next one. Russell says mine are a 30-year collection of glass ornaments from all over the world. I love that. I love that. Like, look, I know everyone does their own thing for Christmas, and it's Christmas. You get to do your own thing. But I really do love having something a little bit meaningful on the tree. Do you know what I mean? When you look at it, you think of a person or you think of a pet, or because, you know, we do stuff with our pets as well. So I made some ornaments a couple of years ago when the whole glitter, make the round glitter ornament and then cricket the names onto them. I did that with all our existing household at the time. So that was pre-Louis. So, he doesn't have one of those. But Abby's since gotten Louis a little something to go on the tree with. But we've still got what we need to make those, except my cricket's a bit being a bum. So the cricket rollers did not survive. I don't even know what I'm doing here. The cricket rollers did not survive the heat and had to be removed, except putting on the new ones is very difficult. And cricket do not make it easy. They do not make it easy to replace any parts. Like, you've got to unscrew sections that void any kind of, warranty. I mean, I'm technically out of warranty, so I could go in and do it, no problems. But, it's, and they don't have repairers around who can do it to keep it within warranty. And if you contact them about stuff, they brick your machines. And I don't like some of their business practices, honestly. I think if I was to go down the route of a vinyl cutter again, I think I would look into other options, even though I've already got all of the bits and bobs, all the tools that I could ever need for the rest of my life. I just need, I need the rollers to work. I can't even put anything in there to cut. Very frustrating. I have found some recent instructions. So I'm going to try those before I give up. But yeah, there's no one local I can go to say, hey, can you please replace the rollers on this? And it's like a $15 part on a $600 piece of equipment. And it's frustrating. That's a great idea for a fibrific game app, the World of Woolcraft. Yeah, although the World of Woolcraft, a World of Woolcraft wouldn't probably have it, but World of Wool's got a trademark on it. I don't know. Oh no, just one there, one chain there because we're doing puffs rather than clusters. Yeah. I have glass baubles from all over, as well as my Swarovski tree, which is a mix of baubles, stars, and angels. That sounds beautiful. Before I had kids, I used to have glass ornaments on my tree. And then they slowly got broken. and I didn't replace them. And I don't know. Yeah, we've got so many ornaments at the moment that they don't all fit on the tree, so we can color theme our tree each year and decide which colors we're going to go with. So right now we've got like boxes going back into storage of like blue and gold. So I tend to choose. I've got 4 main colors: the red, the silver, the gold, and the blue are my main Christmas colors. I don't tend to do that pastel-y Christmas. I think it looks very cute, very sweet, but I don't tend to do it just because I've already got those main 4 colors of decorations at home. We don't have a lot of storage, so I can't justify having extra baubles for storage. Oh, you do. Do you know at the bottom of our tree, our bottom layer of tree is just covered in Christmas bells, so we can hear when the pets are raiding the Christmas tree. Um, we started doing it when we had Jazzy the cat, because she was notorious for just climbing the tree and taking it out. She was hilarious with the Christmas tree. Um, and then Tibbles came in, and Jazzy taught him her ways. And so he is this old ornery cat. The tree goes up and he becomes a kitten, and it's hilarious. But so we've got this entire layer of bells at the bottom of our tree, big tinkling bells. So whenever there's a cat brushing around under there, or a small dog, as it turns out, and we now have to actually put up a barrier around the tree, because while the tree is just a tree, it's fine. But the second there's presents under there, Louis is in there. Louis loves unwrapping presents, to the point where if somebody leaves the lid off the wrapping paper storage crate, Louis will just tear the paper up off the roll. He is obsessed with wrapping paper. And so we always give him a little present of his own so he can do whatever he wants with that one. And he does, because we basically have to hold him back off everybody else. It's kind of hilarious. But yeah, it's just, Louis doesn't have very many, bad dog habits. I mean, he doesn't always, he's got a couple, but, he doesn't destroy the fence. He doesn't, dig holes in the yard or anything like that. But he will take out a tissue and shred it, and any kind of paper or serviette or anything like that, wrapping paper, if he can get his little dog paws on it, he runs away with it with glee for a start. Basically hops out of the room, which is hilarious, and then just rips it to smithereens. It is actually quite funny how much joy he gets out of it. So we have to be very careful. My husband's notorious for leaving paper towel next to his chair. He likes, because we quite often eat in the living room, and he will quite often leave his paper towel or his serviette on his little side table. And Louis knows it. The second Tim gets up, Louis just runs up the chair and just checks the side table. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. So yeah, dogs, right? He's not actually in here. He's out with Abby. He's living his best dog life in the living room. Nikki says this year we have origami rainbow butterflies on our tree. That is lovely. That sounds lovely too. Russell says mostly my cat just likes to sleep under it, but occasionally she'll bat at one. Yeah, because cats will be cats, like that's just what they do. They're just like, oh, you've got this thing here that you don't want me to touch? Cool. I'll just not touch it while you're looking. A friend's cat had a thing for drinking the water from the real tree, would stomp all over the presents to get it at it every year. That's hilarious. Yeah, one year when Abby was very little, and we were giving her like a little trike for her birthday, for Christmas, sorry. And there must have been like a little gap somewhere. And when we've sent Abby over to unwrap her trike, when she's taken the wrapping off the top, the cat was asleep in that, the space between the wheels. She was inside the paper. So she wormed herself in. There was no damage as far as we could see to the paper, but she was in there. And we were like, oh look, she wants your new bike. So yeah. Because Abby and Jazzy the cat were the same age. I mean, admittedly, we got Jazzy when she was 2, so we'd already, we didn't have her when Abby was newborn, but they were the same age. So they would traipse off and storm the yard and do all sorts of stuff together. We have lots of photos of Abby walking around with the cat following her around the yard or looking in and seeing what she's doing. Yes. Cheryl, it's good to see you. Cheryl's coming in from Saskatchewan. Just working on a blanket. I have worked very hard to not have any stressful Christmas projects to work on at this time of the year this year. Anything that needed a deadline has already been done. I knew work was going to be a bit chaotic, and I didn't know when it was going to calm down. So I tried to make better decisions on gifts than last year, which was, oh look, I'm just going to make 5 blankets in 2 months. Good job, you. And I did it, but oh no, I think I made 4 blankets. I gifted 5 blankets. One of them, it must have been 6. So I made 4 and I gifted one that I'd made earlier in the year as in a cowl, and also the dice roll blanket. So I must have. Who else did I give a blanket to? Maybe I made 3 in 4 weeks. That sounds more reasonable. Anyway, I gifted a lot of blankets last year, and so this year I was just like, you know what? Let's not actually gift any blankets this year. Although my brothers have let me know in no uncertain terms that they would happily accept a blanket if one was made for them, because I made blankets for all the grandparents, not for the siblings. Alrighty, let me have a look. Let's do the count. All right, we got the right number. Abby's got a stepladder out. That usually means she's up to some sort of shenanigans out in the living room. She's probably out there decorating. There we go. We're on to our final round of our second one of these motifs in this colour. We'll get the little pile after this one. We can see where we're up to. I still haven't gone out and bought another colour yet. I just, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, when I bought all the yarn, I was in store, and on these labels it says that they're 200. Oh, you can't read that. 200 gram yarn, 200 gram skeins. But unfortunately, on their website, they actually specify that while these are labeled at 200 grams, they're actually 185 grams. And I made some decisions based off the fact that I thought I had more meterage. And so I'm not actually going to be able to make as many motifs out of each ball as I would have liked, or each skein. And so now I have to decide. I'm going to be too short, like 2 motifs short. So now I have to decide, do I get another color and just go in and do that, or do I just make them all up and see if I've mathed wrong and hope I get the extra 2, which I've checked and double checked and had friends double check the math, and I don't think the math is wrong on this particular instance. It's been wrong before, but I think on this particular instance it may not be wrong. Oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, not enough. Try again, one more. There we go. Oh, you built a Christmas candy shop picture in Messenger. Let me have a look. Resume. Oh, that is very beautiful. That is gorgeous. I love that. So, how is everybody going? Are you all working on projects right now? Let me know in the chat. I know some of you have got your projects out. Some of you are watching on TVs while doing other things. I'm just curious. Also, just as a reminder, today is the first Thursday of the month here in Brisbane local time, and that means it's IKEA Thursday. So if you are in the southeast corner of Queensland and you would like to join us at IKEA at Logan, you are more than welcome to. We go in, hang out from around 6 p.m. and just chill up in the food court. You'll be able to spot us. We're a pretty rowdy bunch, and we've usually got lots of yarn all over the table. So usually pretty easy to find us. So yeah. I may or may not have this red shirt on. I don't know if I will. It's quite thick and it'll be a bit hot. So we'll see. We will see. One more. Can you all still hear the Christmas music? Is it still playing in the background or did it stop? I think it's stopped. Hang on a second. It stopped. That's annoying. All right, it's going again now. Do I not have it on? Let's have a look. There we go. Let me know if the same song plays over and over and over again, because I've just done the loop thing and I don't know if I've looped the song or looped the playlist. You know? Oh, I've done that one and then have not done the chains in between. Pull it out. Goodness me. You think you're getting onto a roll. You're like, yeah, I'm doing great. Oh, wait, I just got to pull everything I just did out because it's not actually right. Good job, me. Can you hear the Christmas music now? And I use the term Christmas music lightly. It's more like festive music. It's what we've got. All right. It's what we've got. That's copyright free. That won't demonetize my channel or shouldn't. And I like a little bit of Christmas cheer. I might grab another colour to work on after this one's finished. I just need to do something other than the mustard. Molly says we haven't even seen a hint of summer in Adelaide. It's been quite cool. Oh, we've seen some hints of summer here. Last week was awful. It was just ridiculously hot, followed by vicious storms every night. So in this particular location where I live, quite often if there's a hailstorm in the region, it'll go round us, right? But 3 nights in a row there were hailstorms. And like usually we're lucky if we get, well, unlucky to get 1, let alone 2 or 3. So it was just a lot. It was a lot. But this week is lovely and cool, I will say. The temperature is really quite dropped. This song just seems to have cranked up the volume a little bit. So I've just dropped that one down a little. But yeah, just this week is much nicer. What am I doing? I don't want to do that. I want to do that. Not so cool today. 37 in Adelaide's northern suburbs. Oh, there you go. I mean, because you guys are both in Adelaide, maybe it's different parts of Adelaide. Last week was horrible. All hail the gods of aircon. Yeah. Yeah. And then we got a letter this week from our energy provider letting us know they're moving us off our existing plan and onto like a standard plan. And I'm like, but you're not going to change our solar rebate. And they were like, well, yeah, because that's not on our new plan. And we're like, well, no, because we signed up before this date and have made no changes to our system, so we get the rebate until 2028. So we'll have to see what the outcome of that is, because that's a bit rude. So I like our rebate because I think it's an absolute joke that the solar input credits are now less than what an hour of, like we ours was set up, it was quite generous. They really wanted everyone on it, and it started out at 52 cents per kilowatt hour. Now it's over time it's dropped down to the minimum, the minimum, which was legislated, which is the 44 cents. But if you sign up now, you'd be lucky if you get 8 cents, and that's what they're trying to move us to. So yeah, and just we looked at the price of the batteries, the solar batteries. They're just very expensive, very expensive. All right, let's have a look here. So far we've done a few in the chocolate, a few in the olive, a couple in the mustard, but a couple of purple. Have you been doing the decoration? I heard the ladder. Was there a parcel delivered? Okay. And then we've got a whole one of these in the blue because I wanted to see how many I got, and we got that many plus this bit. So, which was, I think, 11. Did we work 11? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 and a bit. And I really needed at least 12. The green looks smaller than the others. Let me just check something because I'm like, that whole 16 thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, start on the outside. Probably the easiest way. That there, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I've got 18. Let's have a look. I'll put down a purple. No, it's just curled up a little bit more. It's a very similar size as the purple. They've just rumpled and curled. Yep, no, they're similar sizes. So, yeah. So no worries there. No worries there. So, you know, so what's that? That's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 of 90. You know, got a ways to go. Got a ways to go. Do we want another color or keep going with this one? You let me know in the chat. I've got all the colors somewhere. They're in a bag down here. In the meantime, while you're letting me know that, I'll show you this other project I'm working on, which is the Granny Go Round top. And I'm doing it in these Bendigo 4-ply cotton. So yeah, there's lots of tails. I am working them in as I go, so they should all be, there's these, except for these ones here right at the start. The rest should all be able to just be trimmed off once I block it. So this is where we're up to. Let's do this. So it's just, you know, we're getting there. We're not at the splitting for the armholes yet, but we're getting there, and it's these beautiful Bendigo cotton crush colors. So yeah, we will see how that comes along. But I also have boatloads of each of these colors. I have 6 balls of the blue and 2 each of the other colors. I'm not even making a dent on the balls as yet. So, you know, like if I got to a point and then I had to do the rest in blue, that would look cute too. But I don't think it's going to happen. I really do think I'm going to be able to go just all the way in the 3 color stripe. So, and there's our little raglan sleeves. I really love, like there's actually some little bits of shaping here in this sleeve to curve it around. So, you know, it's not as boxy and as square as a lot of these. Plus also I'm using 4-ply cotton and a 4mm hook, so it's very soft, very drapey. And I do plan on making this a long sleeve pullover, so it's just like a nice little layer just to sort of, you know, I don't know, but it's coming out much nicer and much better than the other one. I'm very much enjoying this process, and I'm glad I restarted. So there's that guy. Molly says that they're giving generous rebates for the batteries at the moment. Yeah, Molly, at the moment we've got quotes in to repair our roof because we've got some leaks in our roof, and also during one of the storms our 30-meter fence at the back got knocked over. Now we've got insurance coming out. Hopefully, cross all your fingers tomorrow. Hopefully they'll cover it, but or at least part of it. But if not, we've got to get that put back. We've got it. Well, not that one put back up. That one's been decimated. But we've got to get another fence put back up. So we do not have the budget for thousands of dollars for a battery. Just at the moment. Just happened to hit like a boom, 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 boom all at once. So yes, storms are awful. Hailstorms and tile roofs, not great. We're very lucky that there was no real damage to the solar system, which is good. Tim's car didn't get too much in the way of any damage, and because we don't have undercover parking for 3 cars, we only have it for 2. So we're like, okay, out of the 2 cars with the fully comprehensive insurance, which one's paid off? So Tim's car gets to sit out in the hail when it hails. The decisions that we make, right? All right. Am I just going ahead with this color, or am I picking one of the other new colors to start with that we haven't done yet? Let me know in the chat. What other colours we have? I have this out for some reason. I don't know why. We'll get there. We'll work that out. And I was playing with some of the, because as I said, I've been pulling all the yarn out to see like different, like what I've got in my stash for different projects. And like, I was like, oh, wait a second. I think I've got some yarn in this kind of color somewhere. So this is the beautiful Pirate Pearl yarns that I bought at the, what do you call that? That was what was that yarn event at Redcliffe called? Anyway, there, I got those. But then I was going through my stash and this is, I mean, they're different bases, but that's some eggshell bunny that I got many, many years ago. And that's I think that's a BFL blend. I've got the label somewhere for that. But this is a Polworth silk blend. So while the colors are similar and they look similar, they feel totally different. And then I also had this one here, which I also loved a lot too, out of my stash, which is a white gum wool, which just feels amazing. So her stuff is also, I've just been pulling out all these colors. And then I also had the 4 skeins that I got from Bellevue Park, which are these 4 colors, which they're a DK weight. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with those, but they were delicious and they needed to come home with me. So they did. So all these are sort of just out staring at me right now. Also, like 5 skeins of woolly wagtail silver linen. So like 5 of these, so that's plenty enough for a garment. And the last thing that's here in this bag that I've got to pack away and put out is from the Australian Wool Store. One of her, she had machine knitted sock tubes, but they were only 60 stitch tubes, and I need a 68 stitch tube for my, feet. So I got it, just the yarn that she used to make the tubes. So, which was a Flower Market Road. And then I think I got a slightly different green, but is it written on there? No, we don't know. It's green and it still works. So I've got those as well. Hello. Hello. Well, look, it's Christmas. So let's go with a burnt orange, shall we? Do I have a green? Do I have a proper green? I don't know if I've got a good green, good Christmas green. No, look, I've got this green. Oh, I've got this green. That's a bit more Christmassy. Let me just get rid of these guys, because they are not. Oh no! It fell on the ground. He just ran in. Hello. I saw that. Let's see if we can get Louis Cam going. Louis Cam. Come on, little camera. That's all right, because Louis just left. Trying to set up Louis's camera. So this is it's a really good burnt orange. This camera is blowing it out a bit, and because since I updated my computer, the software for the webcam doesn't work, so that's exciting. Well, if we don't have a Louis, we might be able to do our sideways cam. Louis cam. Plug in this dude. Let's open this up. And this guy gives us much better color. Oops. OB. No. Obs bot Santa. It's tan. You want? Yeah, it's an orange. Give that a little second. And then we want to go here. There we go. That gives you better look at the colors. This green looks a bit washed out. There we go. It is a softer green. So that's a better view of the colors. I'm having a look in the project bag here. We've also got this sort of olivey color. Like, wait a second. So that's the rest of the blue and the purple and the blue. Yeah, there's a big difference in the cameras for sure. Yeah. I mean, I would say it's somewhere in between. Like, this one's still not perfect, but it's a lot better, if that makes any sense. This is quite a good burnt orange. Like, this camera does the burnt orange the most justice. So it's amazing what different things could do. The reality is, right, these are webcams. They don't have the best color. They're not meant to. They're webcams. This guy, not a webcam. He's supposed to have good color. So back here. There we go. You gonna focus? What's going on here? Let's try that again. All right. Orange then. Let's go with the orange. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the blue is 7. Okay, that's all right. I was thinking maybe I've lost a color, but I have not lost a color. All righty. Oh, we have to do the thing. This is the downside. Oh wait, no, we don't. Or do we? What's going on? No, that goes here. All right. Top of the skein. Let's just try and find the middle without pulling out half of the skein. It's not going to happen. I can already tell. There we go. Half of the skein. Let's see what we've got in the middle. Because I was hoping I'd pull out this much, not, you know. Anyway. Doesn't matter. We'll use it up. It'll get used all up. The yarn buff will be used. At least it's not a secondary baby with more ends. That's all I can say. Get over there. All right. There it is. Join it up. I just need a little second, you know, just to focus on getting this guy started. Alrighty. I know it's a bit fiddly at the start, and we don't have to do it this way, but I like doing it this way. Okay, Louis, good job. Well done. Stop it. You're very loud. If you are curious about noises that are outside, guess where you should be? Not there. Louis is going... Now that we've unplugged Louis' camera and used it for this camera, Louis is here. This yarn feels different to work with. I can tell you that right now. Because that's the thing, like, to remember as well, that like, if you do or don't like a particular yarn, try it a different color before you make your decision, because the color changes. Like, how it's dyed changes how it feels. Alas, 'tis the time to go cook Artzog some lunch and nag him. Okay. Have a great day, Vanthia. Thanks for jumping in and hanging out. So between now and Christmas, we will be having more Christmas, like we'll be having Christmas music playing. I'll be slowly trying to deck out things a bit more Christmassy each week. Add a bit more in, maybe not. I will find my Christmas shirt. It's around somewhere. And then there will be at least one Christmas shirt episode. You know, because we've got to do the Christmas stuff. I like Christmas. Christmas is my favorite. Christmas this year is hitting a little different, I have to say, but it'll be all right. Yay, we got 18. Woot, woot, woot. The Game Widows. Oh my gosh. Yes, it sounds like you did need to talk to your dad. Oh, did I just? I did. I put that in the wrong spot. Try again. There we go. I got new glasses. You know, I didn't realize how out of date my prescription was till I got my new prescription and just went, oh my gosh. So my last sort of reading glasses I had done like 2.5 years ago, maybe 3. And yeah, oops. That's all I can say about that. Please keep on top of these things for yourselves. The time disappears really fast. I wasn't intentionally not getting it done. I just didn't realize I was so overdue until I got an email going, hey, your last eye test was on this date. And you need to come in and get checked. Are you doing any Christmas themed knit-alongs this year? Have I done any before at all? I'm not sure if I have. I hadn't planned on any. I was gonna like make some more little decorations, like starting from next week, just because I wanted to learn how to make some of the cute little decorations for myself. But I wanted to put a bit more love into this blanket. I suppose I've made the Christmas baubles before, haven't I? I've done those, but they were mostly crochet. But yeah, I don't know. Like, what do you think? Oh, like just for myself rather than, sorry, I thought you meant for the channel. No, look, I've decided not to do the Arana and Carlos one. I was all gung-ho ready to go, and then realized I needed extra colors. They decided to do 5 colors this year instead of the standard 3, and I didn't have them, and I wasn't willing to go and spend the money plus the ship, because like, I don't know if you know this, like in Australia the smallest parcel that you can ship costs, like with tracking, if you're doing one with tracking, which I think you're insane if you're not, but the standard the small parcel post cost now is like $12, and so, you know, 2 little balls of yarn plus the $12 post. I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to bother, because I couldn't think of any of the other yarn from that particular, like from the Australian Wool Store, that I wanted or needed at the time. So what I tend to do with her is she does a 13th ball free. So I tend to wait until I've got like 13 balls that I want to buy of a particular yarn way, like a yarn line, and then I do that. But I couldn't think of anything. So I was just like, well, looks like I'm not doing that this year. But one thing I do want to do is, which, has it already started? It may have already started. I've never done a West Knits mystery shawl thing. Not mystery shawl, but one of his cowls. And I really like the look of the one that he had this year. So I've been going through that was why I started pulling all my yarn stash out, because I was picking colors for that. So what is it called? Is it the Hyber Knit-along? I'm just looking it up here. West Knits cow. Westnit's Little Long. So it's Stephen and Penelope is where all the information is for this one. That's not it. Called the H Cal. Is that what I'm looking for here? Hang on a second. Yes. All right, let me just screen share here. Screen share with a little circle. A little circle makes me look very tiny. There we go. Hello, Icelandscape shawl. It's the Westnitz Hibernidalong 2025. And I really like the look of the shawl. I watched the video. He's got a video where he shows it in a whole pile of different colorways. And I did his craftsy class like back in the day, and I loved it. Like where he showed, it was just basically like a lot of like mini shawl shapings, and I did that one and I loved it. But I've never done one of the Westnitz ones, because usually they're like really, I find the colorways really off-putting. And I know I can change the colors myself, but if I struggle to see it in a way that I like to start with, I do struggle. So like he's got like so many different like colorway options for this one that I just really was like, okay, I can get in and have a good look. So you can either go with, is it 8, 2, 4, 6, yeah, 8 50 grams skeins in 8 colors, or you can go with hang on, is it the hex kits that are the 100 grams? Yeah. Or you can go with a 4 skein colorway where they're 100 grams. So I've got a considerable collection of yarn here, right? So I've been trying to, I was originally going to go try and put together like 8 50-gram skeins, and I've got like a whole little kit. I've got, you know, that I bought at the Redlands Redcliffe thing. But I was like, no, I want to do something different. And then when I was watching his talk, there was this, you know, these sort of natural colored ones, but there was one that was like this one here, where it's like lots of like gray sort of thing and then a pop of color, and I really liked that. So I sort of, I mean, I've got them just, I can show you where I'm at with it. I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided which colorway I want to go. So let me just pop it to here, and I'll grab, so I've got 10 packs of like the black Pate Nile, a dark grey Dreamtime Merino, a soft grey Dreamtime Merino, and I've got one of my Fiberific skeins of Wanda, one of the original skeins, and it's looking a bit pinkish there. It's not, it's proper red. So I was thinking of doing like that. Oh, hang on a second, I've got a whole other camera angle I can go with here that might give us better color. There we go. No, not really. Still doesn't show how good that red is. It's great red, and it is a semi-tonal. It does undulate amongst the color, so that's how it's changing tones. There is correct. So let me just go here. So there, it is changing the tones. Even this camera is not showing up how red it is. It's very red. It's showing it to be orange. But yeah, so I was thinking of like going like that, or you know, even if I wanted to tone it down a bit, drop out the red and put a cream to make it just really neutral to go with everything, which is why I'm leaning towards this one. But then I really like it with the red, and I think we're going to go this way, to be honest, so I can wear it with everything, because it's going to be a scary make. So yeah. But then also, hang on a second. This is the color pack I have where I could choose 8 of these. So I'd probably just skip out the 2 middle ones that are the softer tones from Ash and Eve that I got. And I could make it with that. But then, would I wear it if it was all pinks and purples like that? Maybe not. This for me feels more like the, you know, half a jumper with like some greys or creams amongst it. But yeah, so I vetoed that one. That one's all huinked over there. But so yeah, so I'm like, here we go. No, that's not it. That's not it, dude. Wrong button. There we go. So I'm like torn between like going the more natural sort of tonals, or the like that with the red. My logical me is going, you should go with this because you'll wear it with more things and it will look lovely and it will be amazing and you will love it. But then my like crazy me is like, no, let's go to red. We want the red. The red will be better. They'll be like fire. Ah. That's how my brain works. So in the meantime, they're all just sitting over here. Just so I can look at them randomly and not do anything. I should actually buy the pattern too. I have not bought the pattern yet. I should definitely do that because I really do want to make it, but I haven't gotten that far. So there you go. Welcome to Chantel's brain of choosing colors for things. Everyone's like, you choose such good colors for projects, blah, blah, blah. That's what goes through my head. You're welcome. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. I need one more. Is there another spot in there? There is. So you're welcome. Which one would you go with if you were making it? Which one would you go with the pop of red or with the natural colors? Because that's the skein of my undyed. That's just sitting in a crate. So it is actually creamy undyed white. I mean, the other option I also have would be to drop out the black and then go, I've got, hang on. I have, you can't, this camera is not showing this color at all. The lake, right? The beautiful tealing lake. This is Moran. This is the dark version that I used in my hat. I have another couple of skeins of this. So what if we use this as the pop of color and went with the light gray, the dark gray, and the cream? Hang on. What do you think? I mean, that's like such my safe colors, right? It's such my safe land, but we're still having a color. Because everyone's like, gee, Chantel, you never wear enough dark blue. So, you know, what if we went with that? And then, technically speaking, the shawl would match my hat. Technically. Oh, anyway. That's what I mean. This is the problem. I have too many choices. Holly says that would be pretty and something you would wear. Bianca says that would be nice and go with your jeans. Because that's the thing, like even if I just went with the black and like drop that out and put the black in there, that again I could wear with everything. And I think I'm leaning more and more away from the red every time I think about it because I love the idea of it. But would I wear it? Whereas I would definitely wear this with, you know, I would definitely wear this. And I would also definitely wear it if it was this with the black. I would definitely wear that too. So not helping. I'm just like, oh yeah, let's not do the red, we'll do the naturals. Oh, but wait, let's add in this. Good job. Well done, me. Excellent work. Excellent. Now, now I do want to say before, you know, like I'm like, oh yeah, these cameras don't show colors. I have really, this room's quite dark because I really wanted the Christmas lights to pop. Webcams don't do great in dark light, and this is actually an excellent camera. And this other one up here is actually a solidly good camera as well. But, you know, I'm not giving them what they want. You know what I mean? They want more light. They're like, hey, where's the sunlight? Where's the room light? Where's something that we can use? And it's just like, nah, this is what you got. Make everything amazing. So, yeah, there's a bit of that going on here. Oh, yes. So, yeah. I don't know. Should we do a poll? How many we've got? What time are we at? Yeah, I can run a quick poll. Let me just add a poll. Add a poll. Where is a poll? Make the H-Cow with grays plus which option? What percentage of my hair is acceptable to be accidentally included in the handspan? The percentage of your hair or the percentage of the finished yarn? I think that's going to be an important delineation here, because we don't want a high percentage of your hair off the top of your head, because you would be bald. But if it's a high percentage of the handspun, that's a different number. Okay, so black, dark gray, gray, cream. I can't spell, apparently. Because I'm trying to do it too quick. Okay, poll is started. There you go. I think 5% of the skein can be your hair. Under 5%. Anything more than that, you have to declare it as being in there. Let's go with the legalese. That's why when they do those recycled fibers things and they don't specify like the minutiae of the fiber. So like when I contacted Bendigo about they were doing this recycled thing, and I was like, is there any alpaca in there? And they're like, yes. And I said, why isn't it on the labeling? And they're like, oh, because we don't have to put it on there. We can't tell. It's under 5%. And you know, we know it's in there because it's part of this stuff, but we don't actually know the percentage of it. I was just like, oh, okay. And then I remembered back in the day learning about that when it comes to yarn fibers, as long as it's under 5%, it doesn't actually have to be added in. That's what I mean, like 5% of the so 5% of the skein would not be 5% of the skein would not be a huge portion of your head, but 5% of your head would actually be quite a large portion of hair. I've done it again. Goodness me, one of these days I'm just gonna work a whole round without botching it up. We need like when that happens, we'll have to do like a full-on hype or cheer or something. Be like, yeah! Wow, I'm just looking at which one's winning so far. I'm just gonna check to see how many of you have voted. 7 out of 21 have voted, so I can't really, no one's going for the red, so that's interesting. That's an interesting take. So please, if you are watching, please vote so that I can, you know, use you guys to make a decision and possibly blame you all if it goes wrong. Rather than me. No, that's not how it would work. That's not like, well, it's your fault. You said to do it in these colors. Oh, but yeah, if you can please jump in and vote if you are watching, that would be so cool. And the next week I'll also brighten it up in here a little bit more. So that, you know, we can, so the cameras can deal better. But I really just wanted to, like, I love how the backdrop looks. I love that it looks very Christmassy. Game Widow says if it was making it for myself, it would be red all the way, but for you, teal every time. Yeah, look, I do love teal. You're right. You are right. It is my favorite color. Like, I really do love a nice teal, which is one of the big reasons why it was one of the first colors of my regular dye jobs was a range of teals, because I wanted very specific colors. I actually like the red best for how it would look, but I think the black is the most practical for you since you wear a lot of black pants. I do wear a lot of black pants. Black and dark blue constantly. But that's the thing as well, like, because they're black and dark blue, they'll actually go with all of these options. How are we going? We've got 9 votes. The other advantage is, because I'll be using the commercial greys, blacks, like so many of them are commercial, I don't have to actually wind skeins into balls, which is, I'm such a baby. I'm like, oh man, I'd have to get out the Swift and I have to blah, 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 blah. But yeah, they're basically, I just need to grab the number of them out of the packs and pop them into a project bag. And wind off maybe one. Isn't it weird that, like, the last minute, like, oh yeah, I could also do this. This is the one that's the most popular. Then my question would be, like, just say we're going to go with the teal. Would we drop out the black or one of the mid grays? Because the black would be very contrasty with that teal. And I just dropped out the black sort of just in my brain because it's just one end of the spectrum. But would it not be more beneficial to actually drop out one of the other ends of the spectrum, like one of the middle parts of the spectrum instead? Show us how that would look. All right, let me just finish this round. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm mixing up your blending board thing. All right, let me grab these. Oh, did they all fall down? Oh, no, they're all over here is why. Okay, so there's the teal. All right, there's our teal. I wish just one camera would show the teal properly, but it doesn't because teal's a bum like that. Okay, so I'm actually going to go top down for this because it might just be easier, right? So these are the neutrals that we've got. And I was just thinking that rather than drop out the black, we'd take, let me look, we were gonna leave the cream, keep the black, and say, drop out the mid-gray. you know, or, you know, drop out the light grey, or drop out the cream and go all greys, like those three to there. There's my phone. What I actually need to do, what I need to do is, do we all know what I'm about to do? Let me know in the chat. Do you know what I'm about to do with the camera on my phone once I clean it? Oh, that's a video. Let's try photo. Go photo, boom. That one out. Photo, boom. That one out. Okay, so then we go to our photos, start with the first one, and then we choose a filter. Come on. Alrighty, choose a filter. We want a grayscale filter. And then we look, let me see if I can connect to our thing. Screen share with the phone. I need to, hang on a second, I got to turn a thing on my phone first. What's it called? It's a big purple circle. Where are you, big purple circle? Nope. Oh my gosh, my brain won't give it to me. Let me just scroll through all my apps. Can't see any information. You can see that I have the... Yes, I've installed games. I have lots of games. I love games. Games are great. There we go. Purple circle. Start capturing. Yep. Go on the grayscale. That's exactly right. Okay. Boom. All right. So if we go back to the photos. Okay. So we want to go here. Then we choose our filter. It's not the best photo. I probably could have taken a better photo. And then we want to go to a good grayscale. But you can see all of a sudden the colors don't look quite so different anymore. It's actually the closest to each other. Oh, that's the wrong photo. Of course I'd choose the wrong. But so far the closest to each other are these two. They're not super close. They are all different. But that is... Let me just go to a different photo. No. Back. Photo. That's the one I wanted. That one with 1, 2, 3, 4. With the 5 colours in it. That's the one we want. Filter. There we go. Okay. So when you're looking at those, the black and the white and the cream are very different than the teal. So I'm just trying to put them in the same order that they were in that photo. So technically, all 5 of those could work together because they are all different shades of grey. So sometimes when you take a grayscale photo, the colours might be totally different, but when they go grayscale, they're nearly the same, which you're like, well, in real life, you'll see the colours. Yes, you will. But if you make sure that the greys in these grayscales are all different shades of grey, each individual colour pops better, whereas they'll blend into each other a bit more if they're similar greys. Knitspin Girl says drop out the cream. I don't know why that said no there. But you think dropping out the cream? Look, I'm agreeing with you. I agree with you. And drop the cream out. And so that's the big skein at the top, and it's a much more gentle gradient. But I actually think this is the way to go. Rather than like the cream, which is in there at the top as well, which is quite bright. But see, this is the thing. The great big difference between the black, the cream, and the teal will actually work in our favor as well. But I actually think dropping out the cream is the way to go here. Because the other colors actually as colors work really well together. Whereas if we dropped out, say, the light gray, the cream is slightly warm because it's cream. So I just don't think it works as well from a color palette. But I think this is the way we're going to go. I think it's much more subtle, which is where I get concerned with because this is the other thing. You have to think about why I haven't made a West Knits cowl. And it's not because I don't like his work. It's because the really adventurous colors are not me. I'm not adventurous with color. And I think this would be something that I could comfortably wear a lot. And who's it? Game Widow says here that we want the teal to be the hero color, but the cream might diminish that and overwhelm it. And I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. I'm thinking this is the way we're going to go. I think I need to buy a pattern and go and dig out the other skein of this and ball it up because there's not enough there. I've also got more of these, so I just had one of each one out while I was working out what I wanted. But I do have 2 of each of these so that we've got the 100 grams. So what do you think? Yeah, let me just look. Yeah, okay. So like now the poll has got 11 votes with 91% saying dark grey, light grey, cream and teal. But if we replace the cream with the black, is that okay? Those of you that voted for the last option, what do you think? Do you think replace the cream with the black and go that way? Hey, Teresa, great to see you. So I don't know. But yeah, so those of you that jumped in at the last minute or stayed all the way to the end, you got to have a bit of a color theory lesson to work out good ways to pick colors. Teresa says replace the cream as well. Yep, I think so too. I just think like it's great color. Like this is the problem I have. They all technically work. They all work. But it's just finding the mix that will work better for me to wear and to make this the hero. Now that we've added this in. If we're going to add teal in, he's got to be, you know, front and center. Like, hello. I totally could have made teal one of the top colors and have to choose between teal and purple, right? But no, I wanted teal for everything. So teal became the brim so that it could be like this plus teal no matter what, you know? So yeah, so I'm loving this. So those of you that voted for the dark grey teal cream, are you okay if we switch the cream for black? Just type yes into the chat if you're still here. So, because like the vote says the dark grey teal, but we didn't have this as an option. We didn't have that as a 4th option. So I don't think, let me look here. Let me look, I might be lying. Black. No, we don't. We don't have it as an option. So, cat hair on my yarn. Holly says replace the cream as well. I don't know why it's censoring those ones. Holly says yes. Knitspin Girl says yes. Sandy Dandy, good to see you. Game Widow says yes. Okay. I think you've helped me pick the colours so that I can stop wishy-washying over starting this cowl before I miss out on it. So It's probably already started. Has it already started? Let me look. It's probably already started. But that's okay, because I can just go in and buy the pattern anyway and just work on the pattern like a noob and go at my own pace. But yeah, we have the colours. This is it. This is what we're going to go with. Black, Peyton's Merino 4-ply, dark grey Baby Dreamtime Merino 4-ply, light grey Peyton Merino 4-ply, and then a fiberific Moran dark teal. There we go. That can just go somewhere else. Oh, that can go back out into storage. And so can the red. There we go. That's 2 skeins in this room that can go somewhere else now. Yay! Sort those out. Look at this. And the other thing is, all of these are taking up space in here, the whole pack. So diminishing their pack sizes down saves me some space. I'm very happy. Sandy says, I've had the same dilemma. I'm glad I've popped in. Yeah, look, I highly recommend, Sandy, if you didn't see where we took the grayscale photo, I highly recommend that you take a photo of your colors, switch it over to grayscale or one of the grayscales, and look at how they look. And then you can start working out, like, 2 colors that are too close together in shades of gray, pull one of those and see how that looks. It's not the be all and end all, but it's definitely a great place to start. Bianca says it's perfect for the Icelandic colors too. Yeah, I really, look, you guys that have been around for a while, you know how much I like grey. I love grey and I love black as well. So I think I would wear this more. That's because that's what it boils down to. I can make it in the fun colors. Will it just sit in a shelf like my other shawls that I've done in like bright purple and things like that? This I think I would wear. I'm so excited now. Now I'm like, oh, because I could technically get started with like this. I don't even need to go and skein up the yarn. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, I'm still live streaming. Oh, sorry. I'm running a bit like Abby's just coming. She like waits till 12 and then she's like, I'm coming in to talk to you. So, but on that note, everybody, I will catch you all here next week. I'm going to go and have some lunch. I'm going to go and buy myself a pattern and pack away some of the yarn that I'd had out because I couldn't choose between colors. So I'm excited. So thank you so much for all of your help. And if you need help with your color picking, don't forget you can go over and put it in the Discord. Grab your photos and grab your grayscale and put a couple of photos into the Discord. Maybe I'll make up a whole thread over there just for color picking. Let me know in the Discord if that's something you want to do. Bianca says bring it along tonight. I will. I'm going to pack it in a bag and I'm going to bring it along. Alrighty, I'll catch you all later. Bye now.